We're gonna change the spells before we rest, whenever that may be.
Cut them to pieces!
My unarmed druid just slapped the dog with a torch, and it turned into that. My god. It's another bit from a play.
Move out!
There's a trap in the white. Trap over here.
It's done.
Tap quick save. Try to pick the lock. Success. The door opens without a sound. The cultists are snoring peacefully, unaware of danger. What?
Let's strike from the shadows.
You're not half bad.
No one stands in my way.
Alright, chat, we're gonna try something. Pause, ability. Coup de Grace. You can use a melee opponent. You could use a melee weapon to deliver coup de grace to a helpless opponent.
We must act.
Oh my god, this feels barbaric. Alright, on the count of 3, everyone murder. 1, 2, murder.
I am superior!
So it seems like as soon as one died, instantaneously the other two woke up. Oh, that's a really good bridge. Nice job. 2 scrolls of mage armor and a masterwork dagger.
No time for standing
That's
around.
the weight.
We can give... Actually, does masterwork have a bonus? What is the difference between a masterwork and a normal? Same. He can use that, and then he'll get one. Better than unarmed. Okay. That went pretty well. Door to auditorium. Was there any other... There was another door here. Is there anything behind that? Frada Linsdoten. Don't come any closer. The hoarse warning is barked out with authority, the voice of someone who is used to giving orders. The speaker, however, does not look in the least bit intimidating. An aged dwarf woman in blood-stained clothes. Her face has been bandaged with a filthy rag. You've already caused enough trouble to be hanged thrice over. Escort me to safety, and I will be willing to plead extenuating circumstances when the court hands down your inevitable punishment. Rekarth's eyes dart down the hallway. Quiet, he whispers. We're friends. You keep hollering like that, and the cultists will come to bump us all off. Friends? I think not. You sound more like street ruffian than decent townsman. She makes no attempt to lower her voice. Diplomacy. I have a -1 to diplomacy. Please keep your voice down. We are prisoners here too, and we're working on an escape plan. Failed. You won't fool me, criminals! The dwarf raises her fist defiantly. Don't you dare! Stand back in the name of Abadar! Rekarth looks around nervously again, but it appears no one can hear the dwarf yelling. Drop the hysterics, Granny! We've already killed the ones that did this to you. We can get you out if you like, and if you don't, you can keep sitting on this basement until you rot. Fine, I'll take your word for it, but you better not be lying to me. Abadar sees all. Take her to the stage. We'll take you somewhere less dangerous. That's right, come on, follow me. We'll get those old bones of yours out of this hellhole. Frada. The elderly dwarf adjusts the rag covering her eye with brisk equanimity, as though it is an everyday part of her attire. Well, I suppose I underestimated you, young people. My apologies. I understand that you're planning an escape. Marvelous. I'm coming with you. Fortunately, back when my eyes were still intact, I happened to notice a certain detail that might now prove to be our salvation. This here old gal's made of strong stuff. You can barely stand, but you sound like a military commander. Who are you, anyway? Frada Linsdoten, Special Inspector of the City Council. There's steel in her voice. She is obviously used to instilling fear in crooked functionaries with her name alone. When this whole upheaval began, I was here at the theater conducting an inspection, and I had uncovered a number of egregious cases of misappropriation of funds. It is commendable that you helped me out of the basement, but now your duty as good citizens demand that you help me deliver my report to Town Hall. Embezzlement of public funds must not go unpunished. What happened to your eyes? I tried appealing to those scoundrels' conscience. Well, to be precise, it is quite obvious that they possess no conscience, but at the very least, trying to awaken their fear of legitimate authority. Don't they realize that the Mendevian army is about to enter the city and every one of them will hang? She reaches for the rag covering her face, then jerks her hand back. They splash some caustic filth in my face. I do believe it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me on an inspection visit, but it's nothing an experienced cleric can't fix. You mentioned noticing something that could help us. Correct. There is some manner of undocumented well down in the orchestra pit. Abadar knows where it came from, but the theater's solution was quite slipshod. They simply covered it with a pile of junk. That's an accident waiting to happen if I ever saw one. Some poor musician could trip and break their neck. Well, right now, we can use this travesty to our advantage. Judging by the draft coming in through the cracks in the floor, the well must lead to the caves under the city. The old girl's idea is solid. Ricard scratches at his stubble. If we escape through the caves, nobody will find us. The question is, how do we open that well without alerting every cultist in the auditorium? Whatever, we'll think of something. The theater was embezzling public funds? In a most outrageous manner. Every year, the city would allocate vast sums to the theater's renovation, and yet the cracks all over the building only multiplied. The chandeliers in the auditorium are barely hanging on. They could fall at any moment. The costumes, which are recorded as being made from satin and velvet, were actually, if you can believe it, pieces of colored paper glued together. Shameful. All right, we must go. Fraud and nons. So, in the orchestra pit, there is a bunch of stuff covering a well. This is the orchestra pit, right? Like, this is the stage. This is where people sit. This is the orchestra pit. Okay, yeah, there's a few instruments. Yeah, well, right there. All right, so we're probably gonna need the strong guy to move that stuff.
I lead, you follow.
Can we rest at any time? Is there a button for that? You cannot rest here. Okay.
Onwards.
Let's talk to Bamir. Okay, we can't give him any kind of order now. I'm wondering, the room that we found her in, if it had anything else in it, because I didn't realize it was going to warp me here. There was one rat swarm we skipped.
Move out.
No. Okay, so there's nothing else in there. All right.
None shall escape. Out of my way.
All right, so I want the raptor to wait a moment, then attack. I don't want the raptor to... Is it on the ceiling? Rats on the ceiling. Okay. I mean, why not? We saw what they could do earlier in Plague Tale. The theater is long overdue for some maintenance. The floor is sagging, cracks have formed between the stone slabs. Someone did a sloppy job of patching up a particularly large hole with uneven boards. Examine. The uneven boards are haphazardly fastened together with rusted nails, but they're still holding tight. You can't rip them off with your bare hands. We can't open this hole up without some tools. We better have a good look around. There's not to be one lousy crowbar somewhere in the theater, right? He knocks on the planks. Yep, this isn't looking good. We'll have to work quickly or else they'll hear the cracking at the other end of the city. Maybe one of the no-hopers on stage can help us. I could really use an extra pair of hands here. Yeah, let's ask the strong guy. Wait, find a set of tools? Oh, I wasn't expecting find a set of tools. But it did hint that we should talk to the people on the stage. Should I use a healing potion? We're down 4, 5, and 3 health respectively.
I lead, you follow.
Let's ask Langret.
Onwards.
There's a hole in the floor backstage that's been sloppily covered with planks. Can you break them off? It's our chance to escape. He looks at his maimed hand, then shrugs and returns to Rekarth. Breaking things is easy work. Nothing we can't handle between the two of us. Am I right? Right you are, except there's no way to do it quietly. You'll need to distract them while we break the floor open. Just don't push it too far. That lot is quick to pull a knife. Rekarth glances to the other prisoners on stage. Maybe one of these sops can help. Do that. Search the place through and through. There has to be some kind of way out. So we need a distraction. There's two other people here with names. Where's Karen? I noticed you mentioned Abadar. Do you serve him? I'm not a cleric, if that's what you're asking. I serve the Judge of the Gods from my own place in the town hall.
Move out.
Do I go to distract them? Or we could check the well. Let's go back to the basement.
Head on.
Oh, did I never loot this guy? I guess I didn't. To the orchestra pit. Let's check the well in the orchestra pit and see what happens. You notice green stage shrubbery, scenery, and props amidst the mounds of rubbish. Pieces of the walls of Nerosian here from... Oh, we read that before.
I lead. You follow.
A pile of junk. According to Frauda, underneath it is a well leading to freedom. Examine the floor. You would have never have spotted it, but you can indeed just about make out the outline of a heavy trapdoor under the junk pile. Clearing this pile of junk would be easy if we weren't in plain view of the cultists. We need to distract them or our escape plan will be over before it even gets started. Look at the cultists. The cultists in this room pay you no mind, but they can still see you clear as day. Any attempt to unblock the trapdoor will be instantly spotted. What's the best way to distract them?
Onwards.
So we've got two possible ways out, but both of them require a distraction. It's like another room there. Can we talk to one of the no-name citizens? Let's see, gods help us. Queen is already on her way. Water. They'll let us go. This is some kind of misunderstanding. I'm sure they'll let us go.
Move out.
A Velociraptor would be pretty distracting. I agree. There's another way down, a well in the orchestra pit. The catch is we need to divert the cultists somewhere while we clear the way. Any ideas? The exit is right under their noses. You know they installed a magical auto-prestidigitator here the other day. I said that the first try. Fancy that. They don't have the money to repair the floor, but they did have enough of that thing. And how is this anti-prostrator going to help us? It's auto-prestidigitator. It's a complex magical device that creates various effects. You know, the light of dawn, flashes of lightning, morning mist, dragonfire. I think I can use it to distract them. But you'll need to work very quickly or else they'll spot me tinkering with it and I'll be done for. Commence the escape. We've decided to go through the orchestra pit. Let's hurry. You gather in the orchestra pit. Here goes. What's the plan? The violinist gets his magical doohickey up and running and distracts the cultists while we clear the way. Then down we go, and good luck finding us. Wait, I'm not ready. I can't do it. I won't have enough time. They'll kill me. They'll kill me, you hear? Get a grip, you milksop. You stay with these butchers, you're dead anyway. But if you help us escape, there's a chance for you to make it out. If you don't, we all die here. Hell, I'll wring your neck before the cultists get the chance, you sniveling coward. Staring Langrat down, Rekarth raises his fist. Don't! Why does the sheet? Langrat nods. All right, I'll do it. I'll do anything. Just don't hurt me. Does anyone have a rope? It's going to be difficult to climb down. Who knows what's down there? Rocks, slime, metal rods from the foundation. Safety precautions must always be observed. Otherwise, we'll get away from the cultists, but we won't get far. Our safety will end at the bottom of the well. This old gal actually makes a good point, and we've got just the rope. We do? Wait, is he literally holding a rope in his picture? He looked like he might be. Commence the escape. Tie the rope by the trapdoor. You secure the rope. Now the way down will be much safer once you've cleared the way through the trapdoor. It's time. Let's do it! So I guess maybe
Wait.
maybe you had to find a rope, but I had already found it. Oh, they are really distracted. Oh, that guy that we punched earlier make flashing lights. Dude, it's like we got kidnapped by 5 shy patches. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You telling me we couldn't get past them? I guess 5 Ogrins would be pretty tough. All right. Quick save. Giant centipede.
Let's strike from the shadows. I'm losing my temper.
Let's get him in front.
This fight won't be my last.
Oh, we're already caught up. Nice. He missed the first hit. We killed him in 1 hit. Alchemist Fire. I'm pretty sure that's like a grenade. Empty bottle. There's a ladder going up here. Use tools to break the stalagmites. And this goes around. Alright, let's check the ladder.
You follow.
Where are you going? This passage leads back to the theater. There's nothing left for us there, so move it. Oh,
Please focus.
I wonder if that leads to the other way that I didn't take to get down here. Yep. What? Did you guys hear that? Apparently, I am being unacceptably noisy.
Onwards!
Interactive objects. When you click an object like this, it will display several icons for possible actions. A rope can help you climb a height to shorten your path or evade an encounter with an enemy. You can use tools to clear various roadblocks. In many cases, you can try to make do with your bare hands, but that might cause fatigue or other negative effects. Ask for Beamer's help. Good job, Beamer. Knowledge world.
I manage.
This place looks abandoned, but if the rumors are true, the routes that smugglers use to deliver goods should be somewhere nearby. Where are you going? That goes back to the theater. Okay.
Move out. All this waiting for. Cut them to pieces!
You or me?
Nice. Yo, muscle memory just kicked in. I just hit backspace to highlight everyone at once, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. Cavern mushroom.
Get on.
Oh. Yo, I'm level 1. Can y'all cool it? A good observation spot. Let's take a look around and see what's up ahead. There's some nope. There's some nope. There's some supersized nope. What do we have to work with here? We have got 1 potion, basically a grenade. We got some scrolls that I can't use. 1 scroll of cure light wounds I can use. Potion of inflict light wounds. 3 healing potions. Potion of bark skin. Can we rest? You cannot rest here. Okay. Oh, I see a bow down there.
You follow.
So when the city got attacked in the main campaign, like cracks formed in the city and a lot of people fell in. That might be someone who fell. Who are you? Reveal yourself. A group of tattered men carrying torches is standing before you. Their leader watches you closely, ready for battle. We're friends, Venrad. Friends. The tiefling crosses his arms. Now yell again and do it louder so that every cultist, demon, and underground beast within miles come running. It's Sergeant Venrad to you, thief. To me, you're more of a clueless know-nothing who earned his rank by memorizing the charter and fighting demons made of plywood, whose arms, legs, and stuck-up nose will be gnawed off by the first real demon he meets. The men exchange long and hostile glares. That was a very long insult. Let's see the Santa. My hotkey for Santa's not working because it broke today. Hold on a second. Because you subbed, I'll go through the trouble. Give me a second. There we go. Literally, the thing broke today. So I have to like tab out and go into the program. Like all the hotkeys for it are broken. Thank you for the resub, DJ. Welcome back. Hey, look, I'm the main character now. Mukluk, the potato Santa. Do you two know each other? A little, Ricard says with a grimace. Here is Venrad, a sergeant for the Grey Garrison. Last time I saw him, he was teaching new recruits to march without stepping on one another's heels. The tiefling grins. We've just broken free of some cultists, and we're headed for the Defender's Heart. That's where Eagle Watch is setting up barricades in case you haven't heard. What brings you here? That is all that this is all that remains of my company. There's pain in Venrad's eyes when he looks at the small bunch of people following him. They resemble the survivors of a fire more than actual soldiers. With all due respect for Tierbait and the Eagle Watch, they stand no chance. They will be crushed. As for me, I take responsibility for these new recruits. Let Mendev, the Queen, and the Goddess hold me accountable. I will hide them underground and save them from the demons no matter what it takes. So that's how it is. Alright, if the last Mendevian Crusaders are scurrying to their holes like little rats, who else but thieves will defend what's left of Kenabres? You run along now, kids. Me and the Tierbaits will stay behind and fight, even if you won't. You don't know, do you? The sergeant looks away. Anivia Tierabait is dead. She went missing along with everybody else when the demons came. You lying scum! The scout glares at the sergeant. Dead? Have you seen her body with your own two eyes? You haven't, have you? Then shut your trap. Venrad just shrugs instead of replying. Can you share some weapons? Alas, we have nothing to share. We barely managed to escape the garrison with the clothes on our backs. When the building started crashing down around our ears, the demons began boring in through the gates. There was no time to run to the armory. It's a miracle we even got here at all. Rakarth, I take it Anivia's important to you? Not was, is. Don't be so quick to write her off. She's gotten out of all kinds of scrapes before, things we can't even imagine. The tiefling catches his breath and continues in a softer voice. She dragged me up from the very bottom. If it wasn't for Anivia, I'd still be pilfering purses or rotting in some gutter, more likely. I trust you can work out if she's important to me or not. Who was... Oh god, it's been too long since I played the same main campaign. I'm wondering if Anivia was the lady that turned into a dragon? It's... Hold on. Wrath of the Righteous Anivia. I need a refresher. Wiki. Oh, no. This lady's totally alive. Yeah, no, she was the, as soon as I saw her picture, I remembered. Yeah, she is, one of this, like, side characters that gives you advice and stuff like that. Like, she's in your council. Do you know how to get out of here? We are not trying to get out. Quite the contrary, we're trying to go further in where there are no demons. But if you need to get to Defender's Heart, try crossing the river. Look for the sewer entrance. The tunnel should take you to the old graveyard. The place is chock full of grates, though, and many of them are locked. Luckily for you, I have a spare key. To the graveyard, you say. The musician nervously cracks his knuckles. You know that is where she is buried. Oh, gods, fate must have sent me this sign. When we get to the graveyard, I beg you to let me find the crypt that bears a stone rose and pay final tribute to her memory. Like, we have nothing better to do. Venrad, you told us you fled the garrison empty-handed. How did you get this key? It's a real maze down here. We've been roaming these tunnels from one grate to another until we found a skeleton dressed in work overalls. He had a whole key ring full of keys. Pity they didn't save him, but at least they came really handy for us. I'm carrying an important report for Eagle Watch. Let's join forces. I told you, this is a battle we cannot win. I must get my men away from the slaughter, not toss them straight into the demon's maw. Sergeant, please let me go with them. We are crusaders. We must fight, not flee. Tuval. Any more volunteers? A few more hands go up in the air and the sergeant nods. All right, I will let the volunteers go with you, but 3 men is all I can spare. Everyone else, a brief rest before we march further into the cave. So I make myself clear? Let me choose who will accompany me. Alright, go ahead and choose. Oh, wait, are we making a custom character? Oh, shoot. Guess who's back? Oh. Oh, guess who's back? We need a healer. Is that cleric or... Oracle's pretty good, right? I mean, the main thing is I want channel energy. Channel energy is busted. We got to make Noxie something. There we go. Oracle is like Darren. I think Darren was a cleric, wasn't he? The important thing to me is channel energy. He was an Oracle. Wind Whisperer? I'll just go standard for now. Wait, look at her hat. Let's see, basic, -2 to fear, +2 to reflex. Loses sure-footed and fearless, but his base speed becomes 30 and gets +2 to initiative. What is sure-footed and fearless? +2 to athletics and mobility. +2 to saving throw against fear. That's fine. I'll take hasty. Divine Scholar. I don't care. Okay. So much charisma. Such beauty. Much wow. Let's see, what is... There we go, Persuasion and UMD and Low Religion. Is there extra channeling? We'll do Improved Initiative right now. Usually I get extra channeling. I don't even know if she's got channel. Maybe I have to choose the mysteries first? Oracle's Curse. Your hands, that's right, the oracles always have something like negative about them. Your hands and forearms are shriveled and blackened as if you had plunged your arms into a blazing fire. Your thin papery skin is sensitive to the touch. -4 in weapon attack rolls, but you know the Burning Hand spell. Later you get Scorching Ray and Burning Arc. Later you get Fire Snake. Okay, lots of fire spells. Demonic. Your heart is cursed with the pull of the abyss. Creatures instinctively distrust you. -3 on persuasion. Okay, no, because she's got persuasion. I don't want her to lose that. Hellbound. Infernal influence grants you profane insight and weighs on your soul. -3 to persuasion. Nope. Lame. One of your legs is permanently wounded, reducing base land speed by 10 feet. Your speed is never reduced due to encumbrance. At 5th level, you're immune to the fatigue condition. At 10th level, your speed is never reduced by armor. At 15th level, you're immune to exhaustion. Plagued, you get minor illnesses and sickness. When you struggle to resist new diseases, you've grown accustomed to the many inconveniences of sickness. You take a -1 penalty on all saving throws against disease, but you're immune to the sickened condition. Later you learn pox pustules, increase the DC of diseases if you're immune to disease. Powerless Prophecy. You're forewarned of danger, but can't act to prevent it. You gain Uncanny Dodge as the Rogue class feature, but you are staggered the entire first round of combat. Nope. Pranked. Capricious Fae constantly bedevil you, playing pranks on you, such as tying your shoelaces together, hiding your gear, making inappropriate noises or smells at formal events, and mimicking your voice to tell embarrassing lies. In addition to any social consequences of such mischief, you take -4 penalty on initiative. Add Fairy Fire to the... Oh my god, these are all rough. -4 to Charisma. Nope. Wolf-scarred face. Your face is deformed, as though you were born with a wolf's muzzle instead of an ordinary nose and jaw. Many mistake you for a werewolf, and in areas plagued by lycanthropes, you must take pains to hide your face. You get a natural bite attack. All spells have a 10% chance to fail. Oh my god. I'm gonna give her a